Welcome to this week's episode of Movie in a Pod. I am Clyde Smith.
I am Javier Villalobos.
On this week's episode, we're discussing the trailers for Space Jam: The New Legacy, Black Widow, the latest episode of The Falcon and Winter Soldier, and our movie of the week, Yes Day. That was really good, bro. We're getting really better at that.
Yeah.
I mean, you literally have
solid.
you literally have one line through that, but it's so good. Space Jam: The New Legacy, LeBron James.
We've got one trailer so far.
Not sold.
It's the first trailer. I'm hoping, 2 or 3 more, and it'll pull you in.
I'll put it like this, man. If it wasn't going to HBO Max, it has my money only because I'm a cinephile, but you're not better than Jordan, bro. I'm sorry.
Well, it's looks like it's going far beyond just the Looney Tunes like we had in the first Space Jam. Now we got like every character imaginable showing up here.
Warner Brothers character there can be.
Yeah.
The Iron Giant.
Yeah, oh yeah.
We'll see, man.
They're gonna have to do a little better on the next couple trailers. I'm still gonna watch it, but
Of course. Like the night that it drops.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Baby, order some pizza and we are watching Space Jam. Oh, we found out why LeBron James moved to LA to make this movie. That's why right there. That trailer for Black Widow. Now, this movie has been moved a few times because of the pandemic, but it looks like July 9th is the date. What are your thoughts, man?
I'm excited to see some backstory of Black Widow. She just kind of got thrown in the mix. She was just there one movie she's there. And then everybody else got solo movies by her.
Yeah, I will say that like she has had, for such an integral part of the Avengers and the MCU and everything, she has had the dopest intro, but we didn't really get any backstory. We got a little bit in Age of Ultron, but I think this is going to really dive into her history. And you see who the villain is, right?
Yes.
Taskmaster. That's going to be dope.
Oh, yeah. She's had just a little bit of story in Age of Ultron, like you said. I'm just curious as to what they're going to do for a backstory in the MCU.
Speculation. I haven't been on any message boards or anything about this movie because it's been delayed, but I think Taskmaster is going to be played by a female. I think so, man. Traditionally, it's a male in the Marvel comics and everything. I don't know. The person in that suit just kind of gives me woman vibes.
Okay, I'll have to watch it back and keep that in mind, see if I can see anything, if you will.
You heard it first right here. Movie in a Pod. Clyde Smith, Javier Villalobos. We broke the story. Marvel Cinematic Universe changes Taskmaster to a female. Watch.
Okay.
Boom.
It is.
Cool, man. And staying with the MCU, keeping up with the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, man. Talk to me.
Dude, this episode was so good. I just love Bucky in this episode. He's trying so hard to be like a good guy, right?
Yeah.
But it's there. His fighting skills, his everything is still in his system. And him fighting in that bar was so badass.
I agree with you. Bucky, such a badass in this entire episode, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I'm thinking that bar fight scene is going to be like the best fight scene of the episode because, when they do these long form type television shows, about 45 minutes to an hour, it's not going to be chock full of 17 different big scenes. They're going to give you 1 or 2. And I thought his was awesome. But the reintroduction, into Agent 13.
Oh, yeah.
Emily Van Camp, her character as Sharon, like, she's a badass.
Well, I mean, in all honesty, I think this episode had a good action scene for Bucky, good action scene for Sharon.
Yeah.
And also a good episode for the Baron.
Yeah. He
laid in some ass, too.
Yo, when he puts that purple mask on,
yeah.
Guys, we should have already stated Spoiler warning, I'm sorry. Baron Zemo whips some serious ass in this episode. Daniel Bro does a fantastic job. It's really like I will say, Sam as the Falcon, he's there and he's funny. He brings a lot of comedy. He didn't really give us much in this episode.
No.
But the other three characters, man, like I thought Sharon's fight scene was gonna be like 30 seconds. It was at least like 4 or 5 minutes, man. Like that was incredibly fun.
Mm-hmm.
Good deal. So yeah, we're gonna keep up with that. Fantastic show. Mind you, coming down the pipeline, Loki. I think a new trailer just dropped yesterday or today, so we'll talk about that on the next pod.
Ready for that one too. That's gonna be dope. They got some big shoes to fill with the movies that are following up to all these shows.
I'm interested in seeing how they're going to be interwoven and like overlapped. Yeah. Now, I will say we're introducing a lot of new characters. The cool thing about the Thor movies is that it's going to be off-world. That's going to be cool. It looks like Loki is going to be in another world, but they have like the Eternals. You know, Spider-Man is going to be its own kind of thing. I'm interested in seeing how they're if Marvel's still planning on interweaving all of their movies and their shows together. So
I think they have to on some level. I mean, they've done so much so far. If they started splitting off now, it's just not going to hold up the same, I don't feel like.
Yeah, it like loses its flair a little bit of why we are so entrenched and love all of these movies.
Yeah, and you never know who's going to just pop up on a show, who's going to be in a movie, because they're so secretive about most of it.
I did like seeing Sam and Rhodey in this episode. I thought that was dope. Like, two strong black actors, black characters sharing some really good screen time. Like, they got to keep it going, man, with all these interwoven storylines and everything and characters.
Oh yeah.
Cool, man. Well, what we can do right here is jump right into our movie of the week.
Oh, shit.
Yes Day.
So, should we explain what we did for this one?
Go right ahead, sir.
So, at some point, somebody came up with the idea to do a random movie pick on Netflix. There's a random button you can hit. That person was me. Whether it was a good idea or not, we haven't really decided yet. We'll see how this pod turns out. So, I actually had to hit random quite a few times because it kept giving me shows, like series. So then we got Yes Day. So that's where we're at right now.
Oh, yeah. All right. All right, so we'll go ahead and just hop right in here. Yes Day, this is directed by Miguel Artera. This is written by Justin Moulin from the children's book of the same name, Yes Day, written by Amy Krauss Rosenthal and Tom Lichtenheld.
This movie starring Jennifer Garner as Allison Torres, Edgar Ramirez as Carlo Torres, that's the mom and dad, Gina Ortega as Katie Torres, she's the older daughter, Julian Lanier as Nando Torres is the son, Everly Cardania as Ellie Torres, the younger daughter, and I'm just going to throw in Nate Faxon as Mr. Deacon, because he was a pretty funny part of the story as well. So that's our main cast for the movie.
So, Javi, we don't really have, financials and everything because it's a Netflix drop and it just dropped. So let's just go, and it came out this year. So we know what all the movies that came out this year. It's only April. So
they have unlimited money. So that's another thing. They don't worry about it anymore.
They really do. Netflix has all the cash on hand. So So go ahead and just give us a quick synopsis, man. What is this movie about?
So we start with a woman who's used to saying yes to everything in her life, all the stuff she does. Now she's a mom to 3 kids, and she says no to everything now, trying to keep her kids safe, that whole thing. She decides to have a yes day with her husband and her kids, and the kids make a list of events for the day, and the parents have no idea what they're getting into.
Not a single clue. So we'll go ahead and hop right in, guys. Starts out with a montage of Jennifer Gardner's character, Allison, and just kind of her growing up, being adventurous, being brave, and saying yes to everything.
Mm-hmm.
She seems like she's a really outgoing individual. And I even liked how she got introduced to her husband. I thought that was kind of cool at the coffee shop, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just a quick little scene. They picked up each other's coffee by accident, and they decided to start dating. And it's just like yes, 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 all the way to marriage after that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they say yes was basically the theme of their relationship. Just going through adventures, meeting parents, everything they wanted to do. It was yes. Then they started having kids. And they started saying no to everything. It's another fun montage. The one at the beginning of the movie was her saying yes to all this stuff. And now they're doing one of her saying no to everything. Everything her kids are doing, she says, no, don't do that. They're doing dangerous things as well. They're like lighting fireworks and, holding on to the bottle rockets and things like that. So she's saying, no, don't do that. No, don't do that. Don't do that.
My favorite is... I think it was Nando, and he had like a rocket strapped to his back. He was about to go up in the air.
So basically, that ends with him saying, saying no is basically called parenting.
Oh yeah, and that drops us into breakfast of champions. A little bacon and eggs, waffles, and the family's around the table. There's a dynamic. The mom is saying no to everything and making sure the family is in line and safe. And you can tell off the bat, the dad is just a really cool dad, right? He says yes to everything and kind of like, hey, what'd your mom say? So he doesn't have to be the bad guy. The daughter, Katie, wants to go to this Fleek Fest. I hate that name, but, whatever.
Fleek Fest.
You know how kids do these days, right?
I need to get a soundboard so I can make the...
I need you to make the one that goes, bah, 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 bah.
Yeah, that's the one.
Right?
That's what we need. Yeah.
So she's trying to go to Fleek Fest, which is, an adult, just like there's adults there. There's drinking and there's people listening to music and everything, but nothing for a 14-year-old girl. But she wants to go with her other friends and have a good time. But her mom is saying the no word. And then you have Nando, and that's such a badass name for one. Okay, like.
He's really cool, too. I like him through this whole movie.
And I don't know what it's short for, Philando or something like that. I don't know. But, like, such a badass name.
Yeah.
But he is the epitome of a middle school nerd, i.e., Clyde Smith, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Like.
Yeah, he makes that waffle volcano, right?
That's so cool, man.
I like Carlos, the dad in this one, too. He's like, I'm going to stop by the gym tonight. Then he strikes the pose. He said, I got to sculpting Carlos.
Yes. Edgar Ramirez, right? Like, he's not, like, already, like, chock full of muscles already. Good God.
There's good scenes, and then there's, like, stuff mixed into good scenes that just don't make any sense to me through the movie.
Yeah.
Which is fine. They have this parent-teacher conference they got to go to that night. And then for some reason, everybody in the house starts twerking. I wasn't quite sure. I don't know if I missed something or what, how it led to that. But they were all twerking at some point.
I just don't remember, like, being at the breakfast table with my mom and dad and my brother, and we all start, like, twerking and stuff. I don't remember that ever happening, so that's not really a thing. So we jump to the car rides, and the mom is taking Nando and Katie to school. They're in the same school, but the third child, and heaven forbid, such a sweetheart, but I forgot her name, Carlos is taking her to elementary school, and they're rocking out, having a good time. He's having the best time because he's the best dad.
Yeah.
But the mom is saying, on the other side, the mom is saying no to Fleek Fest. No. Basically, just the warden, as they call moms.
Well, she says she can go as long as, or Katie can go as long as she can go.
Yeah,
she has to have a chaperone, which is her mom.
Chaperones. That's the worst at 14.
This is one of my favorite scenes in the movie too. Is when Ellie and Carlos are driving to school.
Yeah,
and she's singing "Epic" by Faith No More. She's such a good actor in this movie too, for as young as she is.
They're rocking out, man. They're having a good time. They're having a good time. There's a scene of hers later on. I was like, that's why this is a perfect casting for her. Like, perfect in this. But we'll talk about this. So
that brings us to Carlos getting to work. Apparently works at Icarus Technologies. Says the future of fun, which is kind of ironic. So he immediately starts telling everybody that they got to be safe. Telling people, no, you can't do this. You know, there's no food in the testing area, which I love that part. And he says, you need to throw it away. And the lady just starts stuffing her face with her McGriddle. Just trying to eat it as fast as she can. She's trying to throw it away. And then the dude starts chugging his drink.
He was like, I'm already done with mine. I honestly didn't think I was going to be laughing as much as I did in this movie.
Yeah.
But it's chock full of good comedy, man. Just some good, wholesome comedy that I thoroughly enjoyed. So
I agree 100% on that. Then Allison's applying for a job, and apparently she's too qualified for this job she's trying to get. The lady says she's looking for an entitled millennial that she can keep till 10 p.m. and not care. And it's something about her gluten-free burrito or something.
Yeah.
That was a fun little scene.
They move forward to the parent-teacher conference. So mom and dad, they make their way into the school, and it's a joint parent-teacher conference with Katie's teacher and Nando's teacher, and they're both right there. And I love the haiku, right? The haiku was great because even Carlos was like, damn, that's 575. That's really good for our daughter, right? But we have to talk about this video, right? Like,
that was the highlight of the scene.
They compared mom to what, stalling or something?
Yeah, there was a series of dictators he put up on the video. And then he starts talking about Allison being a dictator and shows video clips of her saying typical, I guess I'd say typical mother things, you know. Don't do this. You need to do your homework. You're not going there. This, that, or the other. You know, phone time's over.
Yeah, like I think one time she says like maximum oppression or something of that nature. Man, like I said, there's just really really good bits that are in this scene, right? The parents step out. Well, Allison steps out because she is highly upset and kind of embarrassed at the same exact time. Carlos follows her. And they make their way into the cafeteria, and they meet the guidance teacher, a guidance counselor
/ coach to different sports teams too, right? Because of budget cut.
He has absolutely he knows nothing about sports, but he is the PE teacher and the football coach.
Yeah, it's Mr. Deacon is his name.
He tells them about Yes Day.
Yeah, he's in there making tater tots.
Lukewarm tater tots is what he's making. That's a throwback to middle school right there.
Oh yeah.
But he's the one who tells them all about Yes Day.
Allison and Carlos get home from that event, and they start talking to the kids, and they ended up agreeing to have a Yes Day. Katie calls her mom a fun killer, and funny thing here is another one from Nando. Carlos tells the kids to tell the mom that she's fun, and he goes, "You said, you know, for us never to lie." And then Katie and Allison make a bet on Fleek Fest. If they say no, Katie can go by herself. If they make it through the whole Yes Day, then Katie still gets to go, but she's got to go with her mom.
Gotta go with mom.
And so that's basically the whole basis for this Yes Day, is to get to that point.
So there are some rules around Yes Day. It is a future dated thing, and the kids have to earn it. Mm-hmm. At this point in time, one thing we didn't talk about at the with the guidance counselors is that the kids don't have the best of grades, especially Nando. Mm-hmm. So they're working on their grades. They're cleaning the house, making sure everything's in line to get to this Yes Day. And this is a quick montage of them getting their grades up, them cleaning the house, just some really, really cool quick shots of like family. Yeah. Is a really, the cool thing about this movie, once again, didn't think I was going to enjoy it as much as I did.
Yeah.
But there's a really cool family dynamic here that it actually works. You know, people try to make these like comedy family films and they don't work.
Yeah.
these montages that they throw in here, they're just really cool, cute pieces, man. I really enjoyed them. So we have it. Yes Day is here. And what do we start with here, Javi?
The day starts out with Nando waking up and being awesome again. He gets up and he's actually awake and he's waiting for 6 o'clock for his alarm to go off. So the alarm goes off and he runs out in the hallway. He's screaming, "Yes, Day." He starts knocking on everybody's doors to get up. One of the first things they do is they take the phones away from the parents. No screen time.
Damn
they bounce
right.
on the bed a little bit with their mom. Ellie does makeup and dresses the parents for the day, which is fantastic as well. A typical, I would say, very young girls dress-up day, makeup day. And then Nando presents them with a list of the 5 big asks for the day.
I love that. I love that big board, man. And they carry it around everywhere.
The first ask for the day is the Korean ice cream breakfast.
Yeah. My notes say the gut buster breakfast is what it says.
Yeah.
But I love it because they get to the restaurant, they get to the spot, and the guy's like, "Oh, breakfast time. What do you guys want? You want like acai bowls or something?" And Nando just points at the top, and it's like the gut buster challenge, and it's like you got to eat it within 30 minutes, or you have to pay it full price, which is like $40 for this thing, right? And they throw down as a family, all 5 of them.
Now, for me, this scene was a little gross to watch. I did not enjoy watching them eat all this ice cream. Kind of gross.
Are you not a fan of ice cream? What's going on here, Robbie?
I like ice cream, but there was so much ice cream. I was waiting for one of them to throw up all over the table.
Oh, dude, that would have been
Exactly.
Yeah, but we got the total opposite, right? So they get to the end. And there's a few moments left, and Dad just kind of takes the bowl and just puts it up like it's a bowl of cereal milk, and just downs it.
Oh.
And that tummy is all that milk and everything. His tummy is rumbling. God. Runs into the bathroom and handles business. I'll just leave it at that, guys. Yeah. Okay.
After all that, we see the family in the car, and Carlos's stomach's still making noises.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And then we find out ask number 2, which is to go through the car wash with the windows down. So windows are down, they go through, soap, the dryers, everything gets them. And then after they're done, they say, well, at least the mystery smell's gone.
Yeah, so that's something like, you don't really see. Something as a kid that you've always wanted to do is when your parents take you to the car wash, you just want to roll that damn window down, but they always lock it. At least my parents have. Me and my brother are crazy, but, we always lock the windows. My parents do, so we can't. Well, we like driving through there. I'm just like, every time, dude, I just want to let it fly. So to be able to see that as an adult, it's like, man, damn, I've been trying to do that my whole life, man. So
I mean, you're an adult. You can do whatever you want to do, but...
Yeah, but I gotta pay. I gotta pay for my own stuff. You know what I mean? I could go take my mom's car. She probably
that'd be great.
She'd probably still beat my ass. So we're not gonna do that. Cool. So this moves us to the third on the big ask board. I want to make sure I say ask.
Right. Get that K in there. I hear you.
And it's Kablowie, right? Kablowie. Kablowie is a combination of capture the flag meets paintball.
Yeah.
And every team is in different colors.
Yeah, it was orange, blue, red, and green.
And they get to this field, and they're all have different. The whole family has different colors, and they get to this field. The guidance counselor / PE teacher is reffing this thing, right?
Yeah, Mr. Deacon. Mr. Deacon loves tater tots too.
He popped right back up.
Yeah.
And so they asked. So there's like a field, all these water balloons, and capture the flag and everything. And they asked, like, there's a field of people.
Yeah.
So the parents asked, like, how'd you get all these people? And supposedly it's for some like reality dating like island show or whatever. And the mom is the producer who's going to get them their jobs. So they're all vying for a spot on this island. All these like young, attractive people. So
like showing off their abs and stuff to her.
So for me, this scene was the most fun.
Yeah.
I think it was like the longest, but it was the fun. It was the longest, and it was just really cool action set piece that happened in this movie. You know, I'm a sucker for action, so capture the flag, man. It was just super fun.
Yeah, they all pull some pretty cool moves in here too. I like when they're talking and like Allison turns into a warrior. Like she just flips this switch and she's just ready to take everybody out.
She's a different person, man. Yeah. I like when she got lost in the smoke. Like he drops,
dude, that was fantastic.
Nando drops the smoke bomb, and the smoke everywhere. Like the bomb is on this tower, and then like the smoke dissipates, and she's gone. I'm like, did she just Batman them?
Yeah,
she literally exactly Batman them, bro. But I also like because they're playing capture the flag, right? If you're ever played capture the flag before, your job is to protect your flag, but you also have to go on offense. Carlos and his whole team, he's like, yeah, guys, we're just going to do defense, okay? We're defense only. He's the opposite of Bill Murray in Space Jam. What he does is just protect everybody. They stay right there on the flag. They're sitting there taking selfies and just having a good old time, kind of watching everything happen, but they quickly all get tagged and get out with water balloons and everything.
I liked Allison's backflip on the climbing wall. That was pretty dope.
It's like Jennifer Gardner. You were in Elektra 20 years ago, girl. You still got it.
Still got it. Yeah.
All right.
So after Allison wins, Carlos has found a phone at some point. So he's on his phone, and the littlest one, Ellie, catches them, and then they find like a bird on the ground, like a baby bird that he's got to put back in the nest. So he puts the bird back in the nest, and he starts getting attacked by the parents of the baby bird. Like, he falls like off of one branch onto another one, and he's like hanging upside down, but he's not that far off the ground. He could have easily got down.
Yeah, definitely could have.
But he just like lets go and falls and lands on the ground. And these birds just keep attacking him all the way through the park. And
this is my favorite scene with Ellie, because she walks up all innocent to her dad, and she's like, "Dad, what is that, a phone?" And he just hides it real quick and goes, "No, it's not at all. I don't know what you're talking about." And then she eyes in on the bird, and she's on the baby bird, and she's like, "Dad, we gotta put that bird back up there in its nest." Dad's like, I don't really know. And she goes, "I won't tell anybody that you were on the phone if you put the bird back up there." Like, it's the cutest thing ever, man, right? She killed that line and killed this scene. I loved it. So
yeah, these the three kids did awesome through this whole movie.
Yeah.
We also see Nando planning something that's going to be happening later on.
Scheming. So over dinner the other night, Carmen and I, we sat down and I turned on the movie Speed, and she was actually digging it, man.
Oh, yeah.
I was fully surprised. She's not really an action movie type of person, but she was entrenched in the movie. It's one of those big cinematic adventures that happen on film with Keanu Reeves. You know, movies have this ability to bring people together, to post up in the theater and enjoy an amazing cinematic adventure. Javi, what's the first big movie event that you can recall in your life?
I have to say Space Cowboys.
Oh, man, great movie.
I was like 13, 14 years old, bunch of friends going out to the gym theater and having a good time in Kannapolis, North Carolina.
Mine would be 1996, Independence Day. My mom took me, my brother, all of our friends to go see this movie, right? Will Smith and Jeff Goldblum, and they're taking on aliens. And the theater was full. Everybody was there to just see this amazing movie, and we all were there, and it was just enjoyable. Just one of my favorite moments, man.
Yeah, movie moments, they're memorable, and everybody has their all-time favorite movie moments. What was yours?
The Prestige. Christian Bale versus Hugh Jackman. Wolverine versus Batman. As magicians, what Hugh Jackman does to ensure his magic trick works, I'm not going to spoil it, but mind-blowing. What about you, man?
For me, it was the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, Ghostbusters.
Love that movie. Love that scene.
Just a great scene in general. And on that note, we would love to engage with all you guys and talk about your favorite movie moments as well. And you can find us at Movie in a Pod on Twitter, Instagram, and you can also find us on Facebook as well.
Yeah, guys, don't forget to add, like, and share our content. We hope to hear from you all soon.
So at this point, they're in an ambulance. Now the whole family's in there because they're taking Carlos to the hospital because he's had a bird attack. And we meet Jean, the paramedic, played by Fortune. I don't know if you're too familiar with her, but she's a hilarious comedian.
Definitely.
Hilarious. Find out Carlos is fine after all this. He didn't catch anything or nothing like that. But he does end up telling Allison that his body's done. He's done for the day, and he wants to
tap out
and, finish this day some other time. And then he mentions going by the office, and Allison loses her shit.
Like, complete 2004 Electra. I was scared. I was scared for his life, okay?
Agreed. So he wants to go by the office before going home, and she gets mad at him because he has time to go to the office, but he doesn't have the strength to finish the day out with his family.
Yeah.
She tells him to make that decision to tell the kids that the day's over or not, 'cause she's not going to do it.
And obviously he can't. He walks outside the hospital. They're all in the front of the hospital together. And she pulls like a great power move actually on him. Like this was, this was solid. Their next on the big ask board was like putts and stuff, whatever that was.
Yeah.
And she calls an audible. She's mom. She's able to do that. And they go to Magic Mountain. Is that what it's called?
Yes, Magic Mountain. I think I read something. It was like a Six Flags thing. Six Flags Magic Mountain or something like that. Yeah, so at this point they don't have a ride there because their car is still at Kablooey Field, right?
Yes.
So they hitch a ride on the ambulance with Jean.
And Fortune in regular fashion is just like hilarious during this time.
Yeah, she's so good. Yeah, she pulls them right up to the front gate with the sirens on and everything. So they get off there. They have a good time on the roller coasters and do all the music park stuff, eating, playing games, everything like that. We end up at this scene where Katie and Allison are sitting on the bench. And they're talking, they're kind of bonding, and then Katie walks off to get something, and she leaves her phone there.
The big fight.
Mm-hmm. The mom sees some pics of some older guys that were sent to her from one of her friends that they're going to meet at Fleek Fest. And they get into a big fight about her looking at her phone, this, that, or the other.
They fight, and the fight kind of dissipates, and mom and dad kind of go one way. The kids go on the carousel to hang out and everything. And Katie's like talking to her siblings and be like, this is a whole con and all that stuff. But they're like, if they're conning us, I hope they con us every day, man. This is the best thing ever, right?
Right. Well, they're not to that point in their lives where they want all that like she does, I guess.
Oh, that independence and stuff. Yeah. But like, I like the mom and dad, they're talking, and the dad's like, she's not a little kid anymore, like you gotta realize that she is grown up and you can't shelter them for the rest of their life. I'm talking like I'm a parent, by the way, Javi.
You gotta look out for Gil, man.
Gotta look out for Captain Gilligan.
He can't just be out there doing whatever. He's gotta watch out for him. You want to get hurt.
Hey, if Gil wants to go to Fleek Fest, Gil's going to Fleek Fest, damn it, okay? That's my 25-pound puggle dog, ladies and gentlemen, for the record, okay?
I don't think Christina will let Sheldon go anywhere by himself.
Probably a bad idea for the world, okay? He needs to be leashed. Sheldon's such a good dog, but he will be on anybody's lap because he thinks he's a cat or something.
Yeah. He definitely thinks he's smaller than he is.
But I do like the scene where Allison sees the humongous pink gorilla that she can win by throwing these fake bananas in this gorilla's mouth or whatever, and it goes up to the top. She gets it, right? These like carnival carousel things. But this is hilarious. Now, I don't want to spoil this scene, but this is a scene that like had me and Carmen laughing our ass off.
Yeah,
actually,
I was rolling. I was rolling on this one myself.
Like, I've never seen Jennifer Gardner in a comedy really like this, and able to like stretch some of her comedy chops. And it's not like she's not like funny, but just the obstacles and stuff that she goes through, it really shines here, and it's just fun, man. Especially when she climbed up on the thing. It's like,
the leg lock.
The leg lock, yes.
Yep.
So ultimately, like, mom gets into a fight with another lady, and parents basically just get arrested. We'll just keep it at that, right?
They're getting mug shots at the police station. For all that, they're sitting in a cell together with the other lady that she assaulted. So the mom and dad, Allison and Carlos, have a heart-to-heart in the cell about, being partners and them, needing to be on the same page with everything. And not only that, Allison's the one that has to be a parent, but he has to as well. At the same time, the kids are trying to sneak out of the sheriff's office, and they tell the sheriff there that they're getting picked up by Nana and Pawpaw. But it's really their friends there to pick them up, or Katie's friends there to pick them up.
Yeah. Katie's friends picks him up and drops him back at the house.
Dude, Nando's party's kicking off.
Yeah, guys, the big one is like Nando's has this big ass party. I love it, man. He's such a nerd. He's like the cutest kid, man. Yeah. He's throwing this science party. He's getting ready. There's kids everywhere. Science.
No adults. No adults,
though.
All these little kids just running around for the science party.
I do love it, but I like when they went back to the parents and they're about to get out. Looks like the Magic Mountain is not going to press charges, and she gets to keep the gorilla because it turns out she did win the contest or whatever. So they get out and they go to the sheriff, who said, Nana and Papa picked the kids up, and they're like, Nana and Papa live in Pittsburgh, right? Like, all the way on the other end of the world. So the police officer feels bad all of a sudden and decides to help out. At this point in time, Katie is going to Fleek Fest with her friends. Nando and Ellie is at the house having this nerd party with a bunch of kids. So the parents have to split up and conquer.
Yeah, I like another Ellie scene. She has some good ones. She's standing there like she's the bouncer to the party.
Oh, that was cute, yeah.
And another girl comes up and she's like, hey, wait, she checks the list, see if her name, there's like 4 names written on it. She's like, I don't know, I can't even read.
Come on in here.
Come on in.
Yeah, so they got this ultimate nerd party, and it has commenced. What we have here is Carlos going back to the house, and we have Mom with the officer who got duped going to Fleek Fest to go meet up with Katie.
Right.
It cuts really back and forth here.
Yeah.
Really fast between these scenes, but let me talk about what's going on with Katie. Katie's at Fleek Fest. She meets up with these guys, with her friends and everything, and they're kind of kicking and having a good time. But you can tell Katie's really not feeling the vibe at all, right? Not really having a good time.
Very uncomfortable.
These boys are a little older. They're probably about that one thing. Damn it.
We know they are. But...
Damn it, teenage boys. We were teenage boys at one time.
We know what's up.
Right. But ultimately, Fleek Fest is happening and they're kind of vibing. And eventually one of her friends comes by and goes, yeah, we're going to go hang out in this tent with the boys. Come through. And Katie's like, nah, I'm out. And the friend's like, okay.
Yeah, she's straight bails. Just goes
straight bails on her, man.
Yeah, so she's wandering around Fleek Fest and she's freaking out. She's trying to figure out where she's going. People are pushing her around. Her phone dies, so she's really alone around all these furries and such.
Yeah, there's a lot of furries there.
A lot of furries. Yes, a bunch of So intertwined in that is Nando's party. So his party's getting out of control. I mean, there's lamps getting broken, TV's getting broken, everybody's just taking straight shots of sugar, just pounding that.
One girl was
drinking
pounding sugar, bro.
We'll talk about that girl in a little while. She was not a good person. things get destroyed. Nando's freaking out. He's starting to see it's getting out of control, and he starts to go into like protect the house mode.
So it cuts back, and we have Allison, and she makes her way with the officer to Fleek Fest, and she gets right in there with the officer's help and looking for Katie everywhere, and makes her way somehow to the side of the stage.
Yeah.
Happens really fast, but okay. Security sucks there. She's
with the police officer, though.
Yeah, this police officer's shitty, though, so.
Yeah, he's not good.
But he has a badge, so yeah, that does get you wherever the hell you want to go. Must be nice.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, has basically this police escort goes to the side of the stage and meets her daughter's favorite artist, artist's name is Her.
Mm-hmm.
I have no clue who this person is. I've never heard a single one of her songs. That's probably carbon dating Javi and I, but whatever.
No clue.
It's an interesting scene where she gets close with her and helps stitch her back up real quick because she's a mom and obviously has a bag with everything in it.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, duh. June had all the stuff in at her purse at all times. Guys, my mom carried nothing, okay? Like,
don't you ever refer to her as June again.
My bad, mommy. Anyway, so she gets in close and she goes, since I hooked you up with a favor with getting it stitched back up, let me return a favor and do something for me. And we don't really know what that favor is at first, but we flip back over to Nando's party and Dad arrives. Talk to me, Javi.
Before he arrives, Ellie is running around with the what Nando refers to as the catalyst, which is supposed to help the big foam event happen like it did in his waffle volcano.
Yeah.
So they got this whole thing set up where they're planning to fill the backyard with the foam, and she runs up with a little cup of it, and she's like, let's get this party started, basically. And they tell her to wait because they want to make sure it goes into the backyard, and she drops it in the thing on accident.
Before you continue, I'm sorry, I just gotta say that it's like trying to stop the bad guy from like ruining the days. They were like approaching her all slow and everything, and she was holding like the ooze or the formula or the bomb or whatever, right? Like in every action movie, and she just goes bloop.
It's a great interaction between both of those, between Nando and her. She's like, oh no, like. So at this point, like, I think it's his bedroom. The foam just starts filling up the bedroom, and it starts getting to the rest of the house. It's going down the stairs. They, at some point, hook up a foam slide down the stairs.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a pretty dope house party. I'm just going to throw that out there. The dad gets home. Carlos gets home, and he walks in, and he's just looking around like, holy crap, what is going on in here? He tries to be real nice and say, the party's over, everybody stop. So everybody stops for a second, and then they hop right back at it.
Yeah.
So he grabs a microphone like a karaoke thing, and Nando was using it earlier to announce a science party. And he yells to everybody to stop, and they all freak out. And he starts yelling at them to start cleaning.
Yeah.
he makes all these kids start scrubbing his house, clean up all this foam.
And they start scrubbing, man. It's actually really cool. You haven't seen Carlos like be assertive yet with the kids, and it was really cool.
And Ellie's like, yay, daddy.
Yeah. We're back at the Fleek Fest, and the artist says, Allison, get on stage. You have a few minutes. Do what you got to do, right? So Allison gets on stage and tries to get Katie's attention without embarrassing her. Grabs a little guitar or whatever. So she's playing this, and you see Katie like in the crowd and everything, and she's crying, teary-eyed. People are like, what the hell is wrong with you, lady?
Yeah.
She's really freaking out. She starts hearing that her mom is singing this song that she used to sing to her before she went to bed, and they kind of connect. And then her invites them on stage to sing the song, and they have a good time. They kind of rekindled their relationship, and it's all good. Mind you, let's talk about your boy, the guidance counselor. He is there at Fleek Fest. Okay.
Oh yeah, he's partying hard. After they have their moment, he's crying. Right? He's like, oh no, my glitter's gonna fall off. He's apparently gone to all the Fleek Fests since they started. We get a good mom and daughter moment where the daughter finally realizes that the mom was actually always looking out for her best interest and trying to keep her safe.
Yeah.
Back at the house now, Nando's telling Carlos that he was a scary dad, that it was pretty cool that he didn't know he had it in him. The rest of the family shows up and they all reunite there back at the house.
Can we talk about for a second, though, like in that scene, Carlos is like, you're still grounded forever, by the way. But then Carlos kept on telling like the one kid to like clean higher and higher on the wall.
Yeah, he's like, I'm watching you. I see you slacking.
That was just fun, man.
Mm-hmm. Ellie says the day's not over. She ends up wanting them to have a camp out in the backyard, play some board games, and just kind of act silly as a family. Carlos asks Nando, what'd you do with the rest of the catalyst? Oh, yeah, let's get back to that evil little girl real quick.
Please do.
So this girl's has like bags of sugar she's opening. She's just down in straight sugar. Drinking all this soda. She's like, my parents would never let me have soda.
Ever.
When they start setting the catalyst off, she's got just buckets downstairs that she's setting off more foam downstairs. And then she's going to the toilets and doing the same thing in all the toilets in the house. She just destroys. She's the main reason this whole house is covered in foam.
She reminds me of the little girl, and I can't name the movie right now, but she runs around screaming, "Anarchy!" That's that girl right there, okay? If you know what the movie is, please drop it in the comments when we release this pod, but...
Well, I'm thinking, when you say that, well, the one that pops into my head is Talladega Nights.
Yes,
With the kid, where the younger kid is just running around with screaming anarchy, and he sprays the hose inside the window at the old man.
Yep. That's what it is.
Okay.
Boom. This little girl is letting off these like catalyst bombs everywhere in the house, man.
Yeah. So apparently Nando flushed the last of his catalyst down the toilet, and all of a sudden the second floor of the house just fills up with more foam. It's shooting out the windows, all the backyard and everything. Just destroyed the house once again.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, and that is Yes Day. All right. Javi, this was a quick movie, man. It was not too much, but talk to me, man. What were your thoughts?
I was surprisingly laughing a lot more than I thought I was going to.
Yeah, same.
I mean, it's a really good time family movie. The kid actors did fantastic. I really enjoyed them through the whole movie. The parents did awesome as well, but the kids stole the show for the whole movie. But yeah, I am going to give this one a 3 out of 5.
Okay.
I wasn't too impressed by the kind of middle of the movie. I mean, the kablooey scene was awesome, but like the car wash thing, that stuff, they could have done something a lot cooler.
Yeah, so, this is to comment on what you just stated, for being called Yes Day and having like, cash on hand, i.e. Netflix dollars, you would think that they would go bigger. I don't know how true or how far away they went away from the book. It's a children's book. I probably will never read it.
Yeah.
So you don't know exactly how far they went away or stayed true.
Yeah.
I liked how they started it with the first one was the breakfast and that challenge. That was fun to kind of watch. It was easy, and you want it to like ramp up as the day. The car wash one.
Yeah.
I actually really enjoyed that, even though it was simplistic and it could have been bigger.
Yeah.
Like I said, that's something that I've always wanted to do as a child. I will not do in my adulthood, guys. I've passed that boat. And then you got the Kablowie scene, which was like fantastic.
Yeah.
I do want to see what the hell Putz and stuff was, though. That would have been awesome, right? Don't get me wrong. Magic Kingdom was really cool. Putz and Stuff sounds really cool, though.
I guess one of the rules, too, was they had a budget as well. So maybe that's plays into it some way or another. If you
that
really
is
want to
right.
think that deep into it.
That is right. All the rules that was kind of set in place before that. And then closing it out with the party, the Nando party, the nerd party. I love that the dad was like, it was like, He's 11. He's having a nerd party at our house. Duh, like, right? Really, really good comedy here, man. This gets a 4 out of 5 buckets for me.
All right.
It's got a lot of rewatchability, especially family nights. this will be fun.
Yeah.
And then, you know, this movie's also inspiring, and I think it can tell families you might want to try Yes Day, right? And kind of see how that goes. If it really sparks creativity and you can kind of challenge your kids to do well and kind of use this as a carrot, like, you know, you have 24 hours and you get to do whatever you want. We have to say yes, man. I think it's got some real rewatchability. So yeah, four buckets of popcorn out of 5, man. Definitely.
Yeah, definitely surprised me. I'm gonna throw that out there. I wasn't going into it and expecting, like I said, to actually enjoy this movie as much as I did.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank you for subscribing to this week's episode, talking through Yes Day. Next week, we'll be talking about Kong vs. Godzilla, the epic showdown. I am Clyde Smith, and you can find me on Twitter as I am Clyde D. Smith.
I am Javier Villalobos, and you can find me on Twitter at Mr. J8200.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.